Man, do I love football or what, people? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms of Lucas E. Allen Show, which are Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. And this is your NFL Week 2 2025 Power Rankings. Yes, I know, people, you might get the gist. I did not do power rankings at all in for the first week. I didn't even do fucking preview and predictions for 2025 or week 1. I did not do that. You all realize that. I know, I'm a week late. What do you want me to say to start the series? I know, people. I'm going to start doing this. So we're doing this every week. And also, tomorrow will be your 2025 NFL Week 2 preview predictions. And just because every single game tomorrow. And also go over your top 10 teams and going into week 2 for me to say at least. I also get 3 honorable mentions as well. So there you go. We're going to discuss the 13 teams as a total. Maybe 3 in brief with the honorable mentions, but you get the point to say at least. As well, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Alright, let's get started with your honorable mentions to say at least. I have these ranked as 13, 12, and 11, also to say at least my power rankings as well. So to say at least, we're going to discuss 13 teams today. But top 10 will only count for me to say at least. Let's discuss them more briefly. Let's get your first honorable mention, number 13 on this list. Drum roll, please. Number 13 is the Minnesota Vikings. Well, a very impressive win. I give credit where credit is due to J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. They showed the fuck up after J.J. McCarthy threw that pick six against ex-Viking. I forgot his name. I think his last name was Wright, something like that. He was with the Bears, and J.J. McCarthy threw a pick six at him to basically start the second half. And all of a sudden, the Vikings took over in the fourth quarter. Like, it wasn't even close. There was 27-7 the final score. Final score in the fourth quarter, maybe. Around it was basically 21-0 because the Bears scored a lot of late second touchdown, get them there's some little small glimpses of hope, but there's no hope whatsoever, in all honesty. My God, the Vikings showed up in the second half, for this fourth quarter specific. I give credit to J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Vikings. So that was just a very shocking game. I didn't think J.J. McCarthy would be that great. He wasn't that great in general, per se. From Sam Darnold, expectations last year. Version of Sam Darnold. But my God, J.J. McCarthy, ever since doing that pick six, he looks like fucking good old Josh Allen from Sunday Night Football. No pun intended, he came back as well. Like Josh Allen against the Baltimore Ravens. We'll get those two teams later on. My God, man, what a fucking really great performance from J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings in the fourth quarter of that game. Takeover basically slowed your field, to say the least. So they come in, my first honorable mention, also number 13 on Power Rankings this week. And top 12. Let's go to number 12, shall we? Gentlemen, please. Number 12, what a team that had a very, very, bizarre first game, the Denver Broncos in the Mile High City against the number 1 overall pick guy, Cam Ward, and the Tennessee Titans. And why do I say bizarre? Because, I'll be honest, Bo Nix, he did not play great. He had 1 touchdown, I believe, and 2 interceptions. He was not that great. Not that great for Bo Nix to start off year 2. But at least the Broncos did pick up a win. The defense always great as they always are. So there you go. The Broncos didn't look great on offense whatsoever, though. There's a lot of improvements to be made, in all honesty, with Bo Nix. Hope he doesn't go like a sophomore slump. You don't want to see that for Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. But for now, in my top 12 of this list, ain't top 11, though. Let's get into a minute. Let's get right now. Top 11. Let's go to number 11, shall we? Gentlemen, please. Number 11 is the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, people. By the way, their defense was putrid in week 1 against the New York Jets. This would be like a team to be dominating the Jets on defensive side of the ball. The Jets, man, looked like their freaking punching bag. Literally, the Jets, Justin Fields was running all over the field. no pun intended, and throwing all over basically all the guys to say, like, I mean, they show up a little bit in the second half, like TJ Watt got a lot of sacks in this game, but not like old school like Steelers defense you'll see from like even just like last year. Like, that was just bizarre defensive performance from the Steelers. But then again, Jalen Ramsey showed up when it mattered the most and knocked the ball loose on Garrett Wilson and basically forced a turnover on downs. So that was a pretty good, really great hit from Jalen Ramsey there against Garrett Wilson. Well, I watched the whole game on Sunday. Fucking great game on both offenses. Defenses were not that great per se at all, but hey, at least for fantasy owners like me, I'll take it, honestly. Oh, wait, man. What a great performance in the New York Jets. But the Jets' offense looked actually pretty good. The Jets fans got at least some sort of hope after this game. And gotta be honest, they showed up too. And Aaron Rodgers just brought even more, though, than Justin Fields. You know, Justin Fields is not that bad whatsoever. He's actually really good. He was better than what I fucking thought, man. I thought this game, I was looking forward to this game to see how both guys, Rodgers and Justin Fields, will look like against their former teams. And they did just that. They both wanted so bad to get revenge on either team, and Aaron Rodgers pulled out in a win, and not Justin Fields. So Aaron Rodgers gets his revenge against the New York Jets. Just hope he doesn't do it the Green Bay Packers. Hope he does not do the Packers, man. It's Sunday football. But then again, that's in Pittsburgh, not in Lambeau Field, sadly. I wish that game was in Lambeau Field. But even better, man. But it is what it is. I get Pittsburgh Steelers coming number 11, my final honorable mention on this power rankings list. Now, ain't top 10, though. We're getting a top 10 right now. Drum roll, please. Number 10 is a team that the Green Bay Packers defeated in Lambeau Field in Week 1. The Detroit Lions. Now, I gotta be honest. The Lions now look great in offense. Minus that miraculous catch by Isaac. I forgot his last name. Sermo? I forgot his fucking last name. I think his first name was Isaac. And my God, what a fucking catch by him. I gotta credit his due to the Lions there. That guy might be their wide receiver. I don't know if he's a tight end or a wide receiver 3. I think he's a wide receiver 3, honestly. Or a wide receiver 4. Some wide receiver spot on that Lions team. My God, what a fucking catch by him. And I wonder why he moved on from Tim Patrick, man. And trade him to the Jaguars. My God, what a fucking catch he did, right, people? My God. You go check that catch back out. You're going to miss that to say at least. But Detroit Lions coming number 10. He didn't look great in offense, though. Minus that one catch by that Isaac dude. Like, that's the only touchdown they got in the game. They got 2 field goals. That's all they got. Not great at all in offense. And Jared Goff looked out of place. And obviously, Micah Parsons showed up and showed out, though. He got a sack in this game. It's a complete eruption from the Lambeau Field guy for Green Bay Packer fans. I fucking loved it. I love that he's like a Packer fan. We're going to get to the Packers in a minute. But it's based off the Lions. This is not a great game at all. Offense or defense, to say. I know the Lions technically got a pick six. They got called back thanks to a holding flag against Detroit. But the Lions now look great. But I still trust him more than anybody. I still trust him to make a run and still in the NFC North. Do I think they're as good as the Packers on paper? No. Like, they lost a couple of guys on the offensive side. The offensive line looked fucking putrid, by the way. Complete opposite of last year. Lions looked like one of the best offensive lines in the game. So at least week 1, they look like one of the worst offensive lines in the game. Not great. Minus Penei Sewell. He's one of the best in the game at right tackle. But man, the Lions did not look great whatsoever. But it's only week 1. They got the Bears week 2 again in the Ford Field. So I mean, better. Ben Johnson returns to Detroit. We'll discuss that. And predictions tomorrow for week 2. Should be interesting if they can bounce back in week 2 against the Chicago Bears. I do trust them. I do trust Dan Campbell to make them. They can make the playoffs. I was saying a wild card, but then again, this red neck and neck between the Packers and Lions. Honestly, remains to be seen in that to say the least. The Lions come in my top 10. But it ain't number 9 now. That top 9. Let's go discuss number 9. Gentlemen, please. Number 9 is Jared Goff's former team and Matthew Stafford led Los Angeles Rams. The Rams did not look great at all either, but at least they got the win, not named against the Lions who took the loss. But the Rams did not look great either. I mean, the Texans just looked worse. The Texans look worse, man. I'm worried about the Texans, man. Especially, I know the Colts, Indianapolis Colts, so we got a spoiler not on this list. They look freaking like good old prime. Daniel Jones looked like prime good old Andrew Luck out there. That's how bad the Dolphins going to be this year on defense, or just how good Daniel Jones could be in the Indianapolis Colts jersey. Could be both. But that Dolphins defense let Daniel Jones really destroy them. Tua Tagovailoa is not that better, though. He threw 2 picks, man, in this game. Not in that game necessarily. It's not great whatsoever if you're a Miami Dolphin fan. But completely like 180 for the Colts, though. They got week 1, I think it's the first time since, 2012? It's been a long time since they got week 1 season opener victory. And got that in Lucas Oil Stadium, too. Good for them. But the Los Angeles Rams went back to the Rams here. Now Indianapolis Colts or Houston Texans. The Rams did not have a great game. They were just better than the Texans in this game. Obviously, got 14-9, not a great score whatsoever. I don't know it's SoFi Stadium, but still. The Rams, the only reason why they're on above the Lions is because they got the win, honestly, to say at least. The Los Angeles Rams come in number 9 on my list. They're still one of the best teams in the NFC. Don't get twisted, to say at least. Probably still the best team in the NFC West. I know San Francisco 49ers got a win over the Seattle Seahawks, who they can bounce back to the injuries last year. But still, man, I feel like the Rams are a little bit better than the 49ers. Plus, the 49ers lost George Kittle for a couple weeks. So we ain't fine with that to say at least. But the Los Angeles Rams come in number 9 on my power rankings. They are not top 8, though. Let's get to number 8. Sally, jump up, please. Number 8 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a win against the Atlanta Falcons Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. What a game that was, by the way. But Michael Penix Jr. looked like he was freaking pretty good. He looked like he was trying to be like mini Cam Newton Superman out there. He was lunging over the field to get a first down and a touchdown. I mean, damn, Michael Penix looked like freaking prime-ass Cam Newton out there. I gotta be honest. People thought Anthony Richardson from the Colts would be next Cam Newton. Oh, no, man. Michael Penix just like he gave that a little bit of run of money there. Michael Penix not as big as Cam Newton or even Anthony Richardson, but you get the point there, to say at least. With the lunging part and being like Superman almost, literally. But that's for the Buccaneers, man. They come in number 8 on my top 10 power rankings. They actually the Baker Mayfield not played the greatest game. He only had 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, but he only completed a 50% completion percentage, I believe. Or he's just above that. Like, that's not great if you want to win games like in like the later stages of the season. At least for this game, it ended up being great for the Buccaneers. And Mecca Abuke was fucking great. It was a rookie out of Ohio State. He looked like a better prospect than Marvin Harrison Jr. was last year from Ohio State. Let's be fucking real. Marvin Harrison Jr. had a pretty good first game against the Saints or the Cardinals. We'll discuss that a little bit, though, tomorrow. For predictions for the Cardinals. I think you're playing the Panthers week, too. I believe. Let's move on, shall we? But number 8, got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got a very good game. Very great game, actually. It came down, I believe, to Younghoe Koo. He missed it. He missed it. I think they came out of a field goal. I think that's when I saw that. And he missed it because it tied the game, because I believe Chase McLaughlin missed an extra point. So that almost costed the Buccaneers at least a chance to go in overtime. If not for Younghoe Koo missing that game-winning field goal. For game time, if you get the point. But the Buccaneers come in number 8 on my power rankings. And you ain't top 7. I'll show them on number 7. You might be shocked with this one, by the way. But you don't be as shocked when I explain it to you. We're on to number 7, shall we? Jump up, please. Number 7 is the reigning AFC champions of the Super Bowl this past season, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, bro. I know Patrick Mahomes looked very good for the most. Right? You have more touchdowns and yards in the regular season. You have fucking last year almost. Feels like slight exaggeration. We get the point. But the Chiefs were not that very great. Obviously, they lost Xavier Worthy. It's a big loss for them. And obviously, they don't have Rashee Rice. I think he's either suspended or still injured from last year. I think he's suspended, though, when I think about it. Whatever, man. They're not truly great, and they don't look like great in the regular season. They were number 1 seed last year. But they are not a great looking number 1 seed last year. Not whatsoever. But the Chiefs obviously had championship mentality. It's gonna be, they always start off slow for the most part, at least. So we found the Chiefs can bounce back. They take on the Philadelphia Eagles in our Super Bowl rematch this week. We'll discuss in the predictions tomorrow. It'll be interesting. The Chiefs start off 0-2, man. It'll be interesting to say the least. I feel like they need to win on Sunday. I'm not saying they need to win on Sunday. Because it's only week 2, honestly. To go 0-2 is not a big deal. But the Chiefs are not looking great whatsoever. Mahomes looked alright on Sunday or Friday Night Football in Brazil. But not the best whatsoever. We'll wait for the Chiefs doing Sunday. But they're coming number 7 in my power rankings for week 2. There's not top 6, though. Let's discuss top 6. The team that beat them, by the way. You spoiler alerts. But General, please, anyway, because I feel like to. Number 6, like I said, I spoiled the Los Angeles Chargers, who took down the Kansas City Chiefs in week 1 in Brazil. I was kind of shocked by that. Chargers look very good. Justin Herbert has like about 300 yards passing, 318 more specific, something around that area. And Quentin Johnson, what a complete 180 from his rookie season, at least to start off week 1. 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards catching. Almost 100 yards is the whole game. It's fucking crazy for Quentin Johnson, man. I mean, damn. 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards, too, receiving the ball. Might be picking up my fantasy, man, to say the least. I'm a fantasy owner, man, of Quentin Johnson Venture. But then again, it's only week 1, man. You guys use another whole season ahead of you, man. Especially probably the postseason, too. The Chargers make it that far. But they look great on Friday night. Justin Herbert had a winning game where he ran the ball for all the way to the first down, less than 2 minutes to go in the game. And Chiefs had no timeouts. So they basically took down the whole clock. And Justin Herbert, basically like a ball Patrick Mahomes wannabe there. To say the least. He put Patrick Mahomes in the taste with his own medicine, man. I like that from Herbert. I think Justin Herbert gets a lot of hate, unnecessary hate from NFL fans because he chokes in the playoffs. I get that. I understand it completely, man. It's very fucking fair when you think about it. Justin Herbert needs to have a lot more playoff successes. Like, he blew obviously a 27-0 lead against the Jaguars a couple years, but that was more Brandon Staley's fault, I feel. Last year could have been a lot better, and that was the first game I was like, that's totally on Justin Herbert's fault. He had two picks and got sacked a lot of times in the Texans game. The Texans team did not play great whatsoever most of the year. But at least someone got to the divisional round. And my God, man. The Chargers looked very good on Sunday, to say the least. Or Friday. I'm going to keep saying Sunday. They played on Friday night in Brazil, Lucas. Get it through your thick skull. The Chargers had a very good game on the Friday Night Football, and it ended up being the Chiefs 27-21. They were number 6 in my power rankings. And on to your top 5, and not a top 5 with Chargers, not a top 5. Let's discuss top 5 right now. Let's drum roll, please. Number 5 is the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, the Commanders. Yeah, man, you know me, man. I hate the Commanders' name. You know how much I hate it? It's so fucking basic and just fucking nonsensical. I am tired of the Commander name. I'm not saying to bring back the Redskins. I'm not saying... I'm actually in mind the Washington football team name. Literally. Let's just not discuss politics basically around that to say, shall we? In all honesty, the Washington Redskins Commanders, want to name them, had a very good game, and they ended up destroying the Giants. By the way, the Giants are an utter disaster at quarterback. I'm going to be surprised if Russell Wilson gets benched after week 2 against the Cowboys. I won't be shocked whatsoever. I'm putting Jackson Dart. No, I don't put Jackson Dart in. Probably because they have a bad offensive line minus Andrew Thomas didn't play on Sunday. Was probably the major reason why. But in all honesty, the Giants now look good. But the Commanders didn't look the best either. But Deebo Samuel got a rushing touchdown. That's going to be a promising for the Commanders, or the Redskins, I name it. They actually played they obviously played a better game than the Giants. The Giants look fucking putrid as always. And by the way, this is a weird statistic with the Giants, by the way. Probably discuss more in depth tomorrow. There's the 3 consecutive first season openers for the Giants. They did not score a single fucking touchdown. And the first for 3 years ago, they got shut out by the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. And last year, I scored 6 points with the Minnesota Vikings in MetLife Stadium. And I scored 6 points here against the Washington Redskins / Commanders. Not great if you're a New York Giant fan whatsoever. It doesn't look great for you guys, and I my condolences go out to say the least. Oh my God, the Giants just are a complete utter embarrassment in the National Football League. Complete embarrassment, man. I don't hate the Giants. I'm not saying in general if they're laughing. They're like a laughing stock. Between them and the Jets, no pun intended, with the MetLife Stadium connection, New Jersey connection. Both New Jersey teams look fucking putrid, as always, last couple of years. But at least the Jets will start off week 1 looking somewhat promising. What did the fucking Giants do? But jack shit, man. Complete embarrassment, man, of that Giants performance on Sunday in the afternoon. But the guys were the Commanders. They actually played a very good game. Not the best. Only scored 21 points against the Giants team at home. Is kind of insane. But at least the Giants' defense is somewhat respectable. Just the offense at quarterback is just not great. I know they brought in Russell Wilson to be a veteran for this team. I understand that. I don't mind the pickup. But him to start week 1, I like that. Obviously, not play Jackson Dart right out. But I don't know if Russell Wilson will make it past week 2. I wouldn't be so shocked if he does. We ain't find out that to say at least. Or you playing Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston, that would be holding on. He's already a washer. He's almost over the Giants. See, they can bounce back, but man, I don't know, man. We ain't find out. But we asked the Commanders, they play a decent game to say the least. It's just the Giants play a complete awful game. And the Commanders are still a great team on paper. Obviously, the NFC Championship game last year, but then again, you get the point. They come number 5 on my list. They ain't top 4, though. Let's get number 4, shall we? Drum roll, please. Number 4 is my Green Bay fucking Packers. Man, what a fucking game that Jordan Love and the defensive side of the ball with Josh Jacobs. Minus the 1 pick scares that did get called back by Jordan Love. Jordan Love played an absolutely great game. He was throwing the ball way downfield. Guys getting him like Romeo Dobbs. That one possession, it took 2 plays for 75 yards to get the touchdown. Was fucking great, man. I loved it. And the offensive line for the Packers, shout out to them. That's my God, they protected Jordan Love. So the team that got Aiden Hutchinson back on the defense for the Lions basically was a complete irrelevancy this whole game. Thanks to the Green Bay Packers offensive line. I know Dan Campbell was putting like Aiden Hutchinson on the outside. The ball was just fucking ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking there. When he had a defensive coordinator, man. I know that's the Lions, man. They lost both their coordinators, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, with the Jets and Bears, respectively. Like, the Lions looking like they're not the greatest right now. But I still trust them for at least to get to a playoff spot, to say at least for right now. But as for the Packers, what a fucking game. Micah Parsons got his first sack, and the Green Bay audience fucking loved it. Lambeau Field erupted when Micah Parsons got that first sack as a Green Bay Packer. Fucking great, man. And the defense the whole game. Mine is not even just Micah Parsons. Evan Williams got the interceptions. The Micah Parsons pressured Jared Goff. And my God, man. I can't wait, man. This could be a great, hopefully, knock on wood, a great season for the Packers. No, hopefully, it might jinx it big time. Let's knock on wood, though, shall we? My God, if I jinx, that'd be some disaster. I'm going to be fucking pissed off, man, at myself, man. Not even just the Packers and John. Be a minor spot. But still, man, Jordan Love had two or three touchdown passes. I think it was 2. Yeah, two, and Josh Jacobs had 1 as well. The 2 touchdowns went to Jayden Reed and I believe to Tucker Kraft in the opening drive. But what a game, man, for the Green Bay Packers. They're looking like the team to be in the NFC North just after week 1. The Lions are going to be a little bit tough to beat. Especially on Thanksgiving. Playing next on Thanksgiving Day, man. I can't wait to do that again in the game. Be interesting to say the least, man. But the Green Bay Packers come in my top 4 on this list. They're just not top 3, though. I'm a non-biased podcaster, obviously. They ain't top 3. I'm in number 3 right now. Jump up, please. This might be a hot take. At the Baltimore Ravens, number 3. I know, they blew that lead in the fourth quarter with 4.5 minutes to go. A 15-point lead gone just like that to lose by 1 point. I understand that completely, man. And that's not great. That's not great for the Ravens, though. But then again, I feel like the Bills were on all hands on deck. Even though they're getting their asses kicked almost the whole game. Once they get their asses kicked, it's not the greatest performance whatsoever. The first, what would that be? The first 15, 30, 40. Basically, the first, I don't know, man. First, what was it? First, 52.5 minutes, man. They didn't look great whatsoever. But they picked up a lot in the end. They didn't look bad per se. The Ravens looked a lot better. But the Ravens did blew that lead in the fourth quarter. 16 straight points, gone and have 4.5 minutes left in the game. Probably not even that. I fell asleep the whole game too, by the way. I was in the third quarter, and I survived the first 10 minutes in the third quarter. And I just fell asleep, man. Not great for me, obviously. It was a fucking great game, by the way. It was, Derrick Henry getting a fantasy score for me, everything. Derrick Henry is on hands. I know he had that fumble. Like I said, he had that fumble. But still, it's only week 1, man. It's only week 1 for the Ravens. They're still one of the best teams in the AFC. Between them and the Bills, and you still only get the Chiefs, still get the Chargers. You got the Broncos, you got the Steelers looking very good. And Bengals got a win in week 1, by the way. It's shocking in general. I know it's not the Cleveland Browns, but still. Kind of shocking Bengals got a week 1 victory. I know, kind of shocking. Not look great, though. I'll discuss the Bengals tomorrow, though. But Baltimore Ravens come in number top 3 on my list, and it is not top 2, though. You can probably figure out who it is at the top of the thumbnail, by the way, the top 4 teams. And time for number 2. The number 2, let's get in right now. Drum up, please. Number 2 is the reigning defending Super Bowl 59 champion Philadelphia Eagles. I know, man. They ain't number 1 on your list. They got week 1 victory, by the way. They ain't number 1. I know, man. When it gets to number 1 to me, y'all know who that is, by the way. But the Philadelphia Eagles play a very good game on Thursday Night Football and they get the first season opener against the Dallas Cowboys. I know the elephant in the room, Jalen Carter spitting on Micah Parsons. Oh, God, no. Spitting on Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. But I'll be honest, though, how the fuck did Dak not at least get some sort of talking point there? Because I think he technically spit on Jalen Carter first. The fuck, referees? Are you that fucking blind? I don't know if he spit or just talked so much trash and Jalen Carter just got pissed off. I'm not saying Jalen Carter is innocent as any means necessary. Don't get it twisted. Spitting is not a good thing to do against another person. But still, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, started by talking so much fucking trash. Unnecessary trash that because it's probably not even fucking accurate. That's probably why Jalen Carter did that. It's probably not even accurate. Oh, we're still going to beat you in this game. You know that, right? If I was Jalen Carter, just fucking laughed at his ass. Not spit on him. I just laughed at his ass. And probably in your head, give him the middle finger, literally. I swear to God. But still, man, that thing just really pissed me off. I'm not great. And I know Jalen Carter's not innocent. I get that. Spitting is not a great thing to do. I get that. Especially in NFL football. Oh my God, man. What the fuck? Dak Prescott gets no fine, but Jalen Carter gets all the fucking fine? I don't get it, bro. Whatever. I know Jalen Carter should be getting more of the fine. I get that. I'm glad he did get fined. He should be suspended for at least 2 games. At least Dak doesn't get nothing in return. He basically started the damn thing if you look at it. Whatever, man. Whatever. Not to make a difference in the Cowboys' year this season. Probably not that great, but whatever, man. Eagles play a very good game. I know they had that brief moment where Jalen Carter, like I said, could have changed the whole game. And the Cowboys had a chance to win the game. They almost did, but CeeDee Lamb dropped through 2 to 3 passes. Then, he only had 100+ yards and 7 catches. But still, he dropped a lot of key balls in the middle and towards the end of the game. And the first, 3.5 quarters, this was freaking pretty good. A pretty good Thursday Night Football game. A pretty good season opener, too. But after the damn weather delay, which basically fucking passed out in the middle of the night, I almost went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning thinking this fucking game on Thursday. But man, it went to a wire delay. Nobody scored a single point after. You might as well let it end the game right there, honestly. Because nobody scored a single fucking point after that. Not in the fourth quarter, not in the last wire delay in the third quarter. Good old fucking back to reality, to say at least. But the Eagles still play a very fun game. They have winning type of mentality in the Super Bowl, so there you go. They come number 2 on my list. They stay number 1, though. Number 1, gentlemen, please. You probably can already guess when you look at the thumbnail. From the least, not the thumbnail, but you get the point on the video, say at least. Or in Spotify, too. Gentlemen, please. Number 1 is a team that came back on Sunday Night Football against the Ravens. The Buffalo Bills. And by the way, Matt Prater off the streets, and you think he flew him like 72 hours before the game. Probably not even, I heard. And kicked that game-winning field goal after Tyler Bass obviously got hurt, I believe. And Matt Prater kicked that game-winning field goal. That was kind of freaking wild for him. He's 41 years old. He's still having good legs still. Kind of like it. But the Buffalo Bills come in number 1 on my list and for Power Rankings Week 2. And this is... The Bills and the Ravens on Sunday was fucking whole cinema. I know I fell asleep the whole game at the 10 towards the third quarter, like I said. But still, it doesn't take away from a 41-40 game. And defense is fucking like disaster. But at least an offensive masterpiece. I can't complain for that whatsoever. But by the way, I mentioned about the Ravens. Jair Alexander gave up that big time throw downfield. I he's not even starting during this game. I saw the stars. I thought he was honestly not playing. Because I heard he was not in the starting lineup. Oh my god, man. The Packers knew something we didn't, and the Ravens was looking a big disaster. I don't know, man. I still trust Jair. It's only week 1. He didn't play in a while. Gotta give him at least somewhat of respect there. But giving up that big pass and put him in field goal range is not great for Jair Alexander, though, to say at least. But the Bills coming number 1 on my power rankings. They showed up in the whole last 4.5 minutes. They come back and win the game and win 16 unanswered points. You gotta give credit to Josh Allen where credit is due. I know the Ravens choked that game big time. Trust me, I understand that. But you also gotta give credit to reigning MVP Josh Allen. You can't just say, oh, the Ravens choked this. What else is new with the Baltimore Ravens? Like, can we please get some credit to Josh Allen once in a while? He's the reigning fucking NFL MVP. I'm not a Bills fan. I mean, it's necessary. I live in a city. It's all pro Bills, by the way, in Syracuse, New York. I can't stand it, but still. Not that because I'm a Packers fan. You get the fucking point, people. But you gotta give credit to Josh Allen where credit is due. He came back during this whole game, and he let the Bills to game-winning field goal. And that was huge. That was pretty much very huge to the Buffalo Bills. The final season at Highmark Stadium, and they came up with the first season opener with a victory. Huge to the Bills fans, and Bills Mafia to say at least, I guess. But they come in number 1 on my power rankings for week 2. And we're going again. Number 13, the Minnesota Vikings. Number 12, the Denver Broncos. Number 11, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and honorable mentions. Number 10, the top 10, the Detroit Lions. Number 9, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 8, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 7, the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 6, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 5, the Washington Commanders / Redskins. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Number 3, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. And number 1, the Buffalo Bills. So that's my 2025 NFL Week 2 power rankings for continuation of the 2025 NFL season. Let me know down below in the comments section below on YouTube, on Spotify, what you think of my power rankings, to say the least. And until next time, trust me, next time, right? Peace and love, right? I am out. Take care. Love you all big time, to say the least.